Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Perfect Dark HD. We're on mission 2 now. The DataDyne Research Investigation is what they call it. And we'll do another round on Special Agent, so it's not too hard, not too easy, kind of right in the middle. Raise the brightness in the game too. It was a little dark before the first mission. Hopefully this time we won't get any wacky audio-video lag. My computer's not the best. I've always had these laptops mainly edged towards school, and I graduated with a business major, so I really didn't have any, I guess, heavy tasks that required big processing computers or anything like that. So, yeah, I'm about to finally get myself a good computer, and that'll obviously make things much easier for my editing. So, yeah, this is a pretty good level. There's just one part where I always get kind of confused, and I'll point that out when I get there. But I actually just did a little practice run for a couple of minutes just to make sure I know what the hell I'm doing. So, alright, we go back here. It's kind of a little side area. You don't have to go back there for any objective. I just like to kill him. I like to make sure I clear out the levels so I don't get shot in the back at any point. Because this may be an old game, but the AI is smart enough to come up behind you and shoot. Oh man, you are dead as hell. Oh shit, here comes more of them. The guards slowly get stronger as the level goes on. And the game in general kind of has the same tone. It starts out with these guys, they're just walking around with little CMP 150s, and then they'll eventually start pulling out like snipers and much more powerful weapons. And it becomes a lot harder later. Now we gotta take a picture of this with a cam spy. There we go. Now we got to move on to Objective 2, which is Start Security Maintenance Cycle. Alright, now I had to make sure I did a practice run for this level solely for that objective, because I always get confused there. I'm not entirely sure what to do. You have this data uplink thing in your inventory, and for some reason I was under the impression that you had to use that for the maintenance cycle change, but you don't. You actually just have to go up to these couple of consoles and hit the A button to change it up, and then you're good to go. Alright, let's see here. I gotta go down this side. Open up this door. And two more guys are just ready to be shot. There we go. Thought I heard someone else. Where is that? Okay. So what you need to do is, this is where I always get kind of confused. You need to make sure they're deactivated first. So you deactivate these little robot guys. Then you head over to this console and reprogram them. Then once you activate them up, objective complete. There we go. And I'll show you what that did later on. There's this laser grid that you can't cross, and if you touch it, you die instantly. So by reprogramming the little bots, they'll actually turn off the grid, and they'll let you go past the lasers. Techie. Alright. Let's moving on over here. Sector 2. Might want to switch to a machine gun for this part, because there's a lot more guards in this section. I like using the pistol, like I said in the first level. It's a strong gun. It's just fun to use. Matter of fact, all the guns are pretty fun to use. I think the only weapon that I really dislike in this game is the shotgun. And, I don't know, it's just really hard to use. And, I don't know, it's like shooting a cannon. It's really, really kind of lame. But everything else is pretty awesome. And, this is one of the first games, actually, that I can remember that actually has secondary fire rates for weapons. Obviously, this isn't much of one. You'll notice on the bottom right, there's like a red thing that says single shot, red like box. If you hit the right bumper, it switches over to yellow, and then it switches over to pistol whip, which then you could use to knock people in the back of the head. And if you most of the time in this game, if you shoot civilians, it will actually fail the mission, instantaneously. But if you smack them in the back of the head, knock them out, you're not penalized for it. So, most weapons, if not all of them, have some sort of secondary function. Like, for example, the CMP, it has something called follow lock-on, where if you lock onto them there, it'll automatically aim wherever you're looking. Now, this is a little optional room. There's really no point to this except to get an early look at the K7 Avenger, which is a really strong armor-piercing machine gun. Alright, whenever this lift feels like coming back, this guy is kind of scared. Now, if I shoot him, I fail, so I'm not going to go ahead and do that. Although it is kind of tempting sometimes. Let's see, threat detector. I never really understood what this did. Kind of just makes the bullets look a little bit more like they did in GoldenEye. And then when you switch it off, it goes to, like, burst fire. I guess one is automatic, one's burst. I don't know what a threat detector is. Alright, we're going to move back down the hallway here. Should be 2 more rooms. One on the right, one on the left. We need to shut down these experiments, so we got to make sure we force the lab techs to turn it off. I can't remember if you have to do it in this room too, but I'm going to check the terminals just to be safe. Okay, I guess you don't. Let's go to the next room. Alright. Now, normally blind Let's Plays are a bit better. Obviously, you can't do a blind Let's Play on a game you've played a million times, but in the future, I will most likely do blind Let's Plays. I just think they're more authentic. It's a lot more fun. Sometimes it's fun to watch people get stuck and figure out a problem when you're in a game and see people get annoyed or surprised at certain things. Obviously, in a game like this, one that I'm very familiar with, I'm not going to, be surprised by anything, especially if I do a practice run. I'll remember where most of the guys are and stuff like that. And this is a deceptive guy. This guy is a real asshole. You can just tell by his face. He's going to pretend to go and deactivate the computer systems, but he'll actually turn on the security systems and activate the alarm. So before this jackass does this, knock him out, and then we're going to find the right one. Actually, I found it right there. Okay, good. It changes every time. Sweet. But yeah, blind Let's Plays are a lot of fun, mainly because, you're going to have that authentic nature to it. People aren't always going to know what's coming, or actually they're never going to know what's coming in a blind Let's Play. And it's just fun to watch. And I'm not going to do too many of them, but I would like to factor some of those into my channel. I know Saints Row 4 is coming out pretty soon, so I might try to do that maybe with my buddy Felix. We'll see. I'm not entirely sure how the whole YouTube copyright flag thing goes. I heard that if you have a lot of cutscenes, I gotta wait for this robot to come back so you can deactivate the lasers. I just happen to catch it on the wrong time, so I gotta wait for another pass. But I'm not entirely sure how the copyright thing works on YouTube. I know if you have cutscenes, they detect that as infringement and they'll flag your videos for review. I know music is another thing that tends to get copywritten. Music in game, especially cutscene music. New games, I guess, are more prone to get those copyright flags. As far as I know or read, the only time you're really ever going to get a flag is if somebody reports it. And, I mean, I wouldn't be a jackass and report somebody for copyright infringement unless they're stealing my stuff. But apparently, you can get those flags for quite a bit of content. So I want to make sure that before I go to put up a video on anything that I'm not going to get in trouble for it. Alright, whenever this robot feels like coming back, I'm kind of screwed here. Come on, hurry up. Come on, you robot bastard. There he goes. Okay, next one. You are useless for anything but this, I swear to God. You don't even look like you clean the floor. They call these things maintenance robots. Useless bastards. Okay. Oh, don't even try it. Don't even try it. Hug in the corner like I can't see you. This level really shows off some of this game's color palette. It just looks really cool. Got a lot of the blues, a lot of the metallics going on. It's definitely a really good level. Whoa, crap. Was there one in this corner too? Yes, there is. Couldn't remember. Okay, now here is where you actually need to use the data uplink. This is where I got confused when I was fixing the maintenance robots down in the basement. Oh, shit. I always forget about this. Okay, so they do come up behind you here when you're trying to activate the code to open the door. Good times. Okay, let's make sure we reestablish the connection, because we got to open the door and continue on with the mission. Bypassing lock, security doors. Wouldn't it be great if things were that easy? Like, oh, I want to hack this jackoff's email account. You just grab a quick little data pad, go up to the computer. Oh, password unlocked. Alright. Oh, this is a tough room here. A lot of these people are using their the dragons. It's a pretty interesting weapon. It's a pretty standalone machine gun. It's used in a lot of the levels. If you use the secondary, you actually can put a mine down, a proximity mine. Yeah, there's definitely a guy behind me. I'm going to go ahead and ignore him. I don't know if this is one of those secondary objectives for the harder difficulties, but I'm going to go get it anyway. Yeah, one thing that's kind of weird about this game, they almost oversaturated the contrast for the lights. Looking at any light in this game is like looking into a spotlight. You feel like a deer in a headlight. It's just really, really, really bright. But everything else is pretty spectacular about this HD. I don't want to say remake. It's not really a remake. Okay, this room is a real bitch. Oh, God, these damn turrets. Okay, doesn't look like I even took damage there. It is so hard to aim with like this. Most of the time you need to use the auto aim or just strafe. If you aim with the L trigger, it's just all over the place. It's so hard to line it up, especially because it auto centers. So if I hit right and then let go, it goes right back to the center. So it's extremely awkward to line it up. All right, now objective 4 complete. That should be the end of the level. What are you looking for, Joe? Actually, I don't even remember. This game probably has more story than I'm aware of. Yes, I killed everything in the level. It is safe to come out. Oh, right. This guy is awesome. Your little sidekick. Doesn't really stay with you through many levels, but it's basically a computer with eyeballs. No, really, it's a scientist that remotely talks to you through this little machine there. I think he's actually in the next level. Yeah, whatever, I'm offline. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. That is the end of Perfect Dark HD on the second mission. Tune in next time for part 3.